Today we're going to go to the next part of the ocean, which is called the continental slope. We're going deeper and deeper into the ocean. Oh no, the shapes were tiger sharks. Miss Frizzle told us not to worry. She said most sharks will not eat people. The number of people killed by sharks every year is very, very small, said Miss Frizzle. We panicked anyway. Remember, only about 100 people are bitten by sharks a year. We learned that. Humans are not the main diet of tiger sharks, but they may attack if humans are nearby. Remember, there were 3 other types that might eat humans too. Uh-oh, we're nearby. Sharks are Fish by Molly. Most sharks are fast swimmers with razor-sharp teeth. Usually they eat ocean animals like crabs, fish, seals, and even other sharks. A Different Kind of Skeleton by Ralph. Sharks do not have bones like other fish. Their skeleton is made of cartilage. This is the same bendable material that is in your ears and the tip of your nose. Then, an enormous whale shark slid by. Whale sharks never hurt people. They eat nothing but plankton, said Miss Frizzle. The giant shark swam down and we went along. We were leaving the continental shelf, following a steep cliff called the continental slope. We were on our way to the deep ocean floor. Hey, shark, come back. I'm supposed to rescue the kids. That was the lifeguard. Here we go. Whale Sharks Are Not Whales by Michael. Whale sharks are fish like other sharks. They were named after whales because they are the biggest of all sharks. They're also the biggest fish in the ocean. They were going down, and now they're going even deeper. After a while, the whale sharks swam away, but the frizz kept going down. The water was bitter cold and pitch dark. Sunlight could not shine down so deep. Miss Frizzle switched on her flashlight. As we swam onto the bus, we noticed that it had changed again. You're not afraid of the dark, are you, Arnold? Who, me? I love the dark. The dark is my friend. Can we go home now? This time it was a submersible, a vehicle made for exploring the deep ocean floor. The pressure down here would crush an ordinary submarine, Frizzle explained, and she drove all the way to the bottom. There is not enough food here for large animals, Miss Frizzle told us. Most deep-sea fish are tiny. The deep ocean floor was as empty as an underwater desert. Those tiny deep-sea fish can glow in the dark. They have their own special light, just like fireflies do on land. Is the ocean floor flat? By Phil. Flat plains cover much of the ocean floor, but not all of it. The deepest valleys and the tallest mountains on Earth are found under the ocean. An underwater valley is called a trench. The deepest trench yet was 7 miles long. Islands are mountaintops by Arnold. When the top of an undersea mountain is above the surface, it is called an island. Why plants cannot grow on the deep ocean floor by Wanda. Plants need light to grow. It is too dark for plant life on the ocean bottom. What do ocean floor animals eat? By Shirley. Some deep-sea animals depend on bits of food that sink from the upper ocean. Others use their special lights to attract prey. This is one of the trenches that they mentioned. The deepest one was 7 miles deep. Then up ahead, we saw a spot that was full of life. It looked like an undersea garden with all sorts of strange animals in it. This is a hot water vent class, said the Frizz. A vent is an opening in the ocean floor. Flowing from the vent is super hot water mixed with hydrogen sulfide gas. These tube worms look like huge lipsticks. At a hot water vent, there is enough food for many large animals. Miss Frizzle said there were other vents on the ocean floor. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to visit them, she added. Then she pulled up a lever on the dashboard and the bus zoomed toward the surface. Those worms look like spaghetti. Did we have lunch? Please, I just lost my appetite. That dandelion animal is like a little flower. What causes hot water vents? By Alex. A vent is formed when seawater seeps into cracks in the ocean floor. The water touches super hot rocks that were inside the earth. Then the hot water shoots up out of the vent, kind of like lava shooting up out of a volcano. How food is made at a vent. Special bacteria manufacture their own food using heat energy and hydrogen sulfide gas from the vent. This food supports much of the life at the vent. When were the first vents were found? By John. The first vents were discovered in the 1970s and 1980s. Before then, ocean scientists had never seen large animals like these on the deep ocean floor. Here's a picture of some of the things that live way down below. Soon we were motoring over the open ocean toward a sun-drenched island. The bus had changed into a glass-bottom boat. Through the glass we saw what looked like a wall made of colorful rocks. Miss Frizzle said it was a coral reef made of tiny animals called coral polyps. We dove overboard and began to explore. Don't swim far. I haven't finished saving to you yet. Oh, has he started already? I'm sure he's doing his best. How is a coral reef built? By Amanda Jane. Each coral polyp grows a stony skeleton around itself. The reef is made of a layer of living coral animals attached to a wall of many millions of dead skeletons. How coral polyps eat? By Rachel. Most corals feed at night. Tiny arms come out of the coral shell. The arms catch plankton and pass it into the coral's mouth. There's a kind of a picture of what happens. The reef was made of many different kinds of coral. Some looked like trees with branches. Others looked like fans or fingers. Some even looked like human brains. What gives corals their color? By Michael. Colorful one-cell plants called algae live inside coral polyps. The algae give the coral its color. Without algae, all coral is plain white. Corals need algae. If the algae die, the coral will die too. Look, it's your brain. No, it's yours. I heard it's been missing for years. Brain coral is not really a brain, children. It just happens to look like one. Here's some examples of the different kinds of coral. And I didn't know that it was the algae that made the coral so pretty. A coral reef makes a good home for many ocean plants and animals, said the Frizz. We saw crabs, lobsters, huge eels, octopuses, slimy sea slugs, and spiny sea urchins, and the most colorful fish in the world. There are 3 kinds of coral reefs by Tim. The first type is a fringing reef, and it's attached to the shore. The second is the barrier reef. It has a channel of water between it and the shore. And the third type is an atoll. It's a ring of coral around a sunken volcano. Miss Frizzle and the kids are on the fringing reef attached to the shore of the island. Smile, everyone. I always knew I was a star. Here's a picture of some of the things that are found there. Soon Miss Frizzle said it was time to go. No one wanted to be left behind, so we all climbed back aboard the bus. Frizzy stepped on the gas and the buzz chugged away from the coral reef. Today, many coral reefs are in danger. People can help save them. It took thousands of years to build this reef. Please, don't break it or pollute it. Be careful of our homes. That's what the fish are saying that live in the coral reef. And the lifeguard is saying, don't worry, kids, we'll soon be home. Which way is home? Nearby, a school of dolphins leaped past. In the distance, we saw a whale. Everything seemed normal. Then we noticed that something weird was happening. The bus was getting flat. Mammals in the Sea by Flory. Animals such as dolphins, whales, seals, and walruses are not fish. They are warm-blooded mammals like horses, dogs, and human beings. Most fish lay eggs, but mammals do not. Mother mammals give birth to live young and feed their babies milk. Hi, I'm a mammal. Small world, isn't it? So are we. The seal, the dolphin, the whale, the walrus, the sea otter, and the sea cow are all mammals. As usual, Miss Frizzle was the only one who stayed calm. She drove us to an ocean current, and we were swept along in the fast-moving water for thousands of miles. After a while, we saw our beach again. Tell me, kids, said the lifeguard, is your bus always like this? Well, it's never been a boat before, and it's never been flat before, but otherwise it hasn't changed. Keep your balance, class. Rivers Inside the Ocean by Phoebe. Parts of the ocean flow like rivers. These moving areas are called ocean currents. Notice the bus is kind of like a surfboard. All of the kids are on it. Everyone stay on the bus, shouted the Frizz. On the bus was right. It had turned into a giant surfboard. I was right. Why do big whales break near shore by Carmen? In shallow water, the ocean bottom drags on the lower part of the wave and slows it down. The upper part keeps going fast, so it falls over or breaks. This is the greatest rescue of my career, said the lifeguard. Congratulations, Lenny. We knew you could do it. Those were pelicans talking. We had to stand on top of it, and we were riding a wild wave straight toward shore. Hooray, we're surfing! Cowabunga! Hang 10, class. Can I just hang 1? Oh no, it was a giant wipeout. The whole class went under, and the next thing we knew we were washing up on the sand. Glug! Thanks to me, you're all safe, children. Tell me, does your teacher always dress like that? Not always. Sometimes she looks even more outrageous. Our diving suits were gone, and the bus was its own self again. There it was, sitting in the parking lot as if nothing had happened. We thanked Lenny for everything and hit the road. Could you please take a picture of us? I've never saved a whole class before, said Lenny. Okay, everyone smile and wave. Back in our classroom, we made a terrific chart of the ocean for the bulletin board. Hey, Arnold, wasn't that surfboard great? I like bulletin boards better myself. By then, we were definitely ready to go home. Thank goodness it was Friday. After that class trip, we really needed a weekend off. I'm exhausted and my dad's taking me to the beach tomorrow. Whew, don't worry, it's supposed to rain. Then the children noticed that Miss Frizzle had a different dress on. Uh-oh, look at her dress. Don't worry, dinosaurs aren't around anymore. It looks like that's what they're going to learn about next. The end.